Welcome back. You're with us here on Bazaar. Well, the market, the big story for the market, and the reason the market is celebrating, of course, is that the BJP-led Mahayuti alliance has secured a landslide victory in Maharashtra. And it's not just the alliance. BJP itself, of course, has come out on top somehow in the state. So that's a broad positive, that sentiment positive that the market is trading on the back of. But specifically for the real estate space in Mumbai, in Maharashtra, what does this mean? Because after many years, you've got political stability for the next 5 years. Those are numbers, of course, in terms of what the final tally looked like. Gulam Zia, Senior Executive Director of Knight Frank India, and Boman Irani, Chairman and Managing Director at Keystone Realtors, are joining us now to take some questions. Gentlemen, good morning. Great to have both of you here. Prashant this side. Boman, if I can start with you. How does this change things up? Were things not moving fast enough, which will now move fast in terms of regulations, local taxation? What should the real estate industry expect? And of course, what's the ask really as well? Go on.
Prashant, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the government, the three-paya government as it was called, for a landslide victory. And I can tell you this, that overall the pace of growth that we have seen in the past should continue. We are looking forward to policy-driven, growth taking place, whether it's the MMR, whether it's all of Maharashtra. There's tremendous potential. I'm sure the BJP is going to be extremely happy that Maharashtra, which is one of the leading states in the country, is where they have such a solid base as of right now. I congratulate all three leaders, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, Eknath Ji Shinde, and Ajit Dada Pawar, for a fantastic outcome that is there. We are looking forward to a very stable, I would like to say infrastructure-led, which was already the case, but stronger infrastructure-led growth taking place in our city, in MMR overall, at the same point in all of Maharashtra. And I'd like to say that on behalf of CREDAI and CREDAI MCHI, I pass on my heartiest congratulations to the government, and I look forward to interactions more often with them, so that we are able to continue this supernormal growth that we are seeing in the real estate sector, to be able to drive the economy and to help, affordable housing take more of a prominence in Maharashtra itself, and thereby lead the entire country to show the way going forward.
And I think, the point taken, Boman. Coming back, we'll just come back to you, Gulam. Morning. What is your sense? Specifically, what does this win mean for the real estate space?
Well, what we have seen earlier, last couple of years, I would say, strong leadership was the requirement. And while we wanted to believe that the double-engine government, the so-called double-engine government, had to be fully in action, but that was something which is not showing so much of results because of I won't say a weaker leadership, but an unclear mandate. But today, with a crystal clear mandate and no insecurity or looking back at what could happen to the government, etc., now we are expecting that way forward, we will see rock solid performance from the policymakers' side. And as Boman was talking about, infrastructure-led growth is going to be the key expectation. And of course, it has a direct impact on the health and performance of real estate, which, by the way, once again, as Boman was talking about, almost about a year and a half of a bumper show in Mumbai specifically, and even in Pune and other locations in Maharashtra. We've been watching fabulous growth in real estate. And now is the time to see even more growth in the real estate sector, led by a strong infrastructure performance. And also, because of double engine, we are expecting a lot of industrial focus to get back on Maharashtra, which for last a few years was not really the key factor.
All right. Good morning, gentlemen, and good to see you all in. Boman, talking about CREDAI, in fact, I bumped into a member president, if I'm not mistaken, down the road, and I asked him, I said, what do you think? He said it looked good and it's going to look even better from here on. So echoing the sentiment that you did say. Let's focus on the real estate part, though. You have a fair bit of exposure out there. What are the kind of policies, what the kind of boost do you expect to come in on this part of the business? Because it's clearly picking up steam after quite a while.
So, Nigel, thanks for that question. Actually, if you focus on the MMR area itself, I think the government's push towards infrastructure should continue. That's our first ask. Second is a clearer, policy that allows for better development to take place, especially if you look at Mumbai, the redevelopment space where we have a major play needs to be absolutely kind of put on, let's say, supercharge. And, as Gulam said, Gulam, just telling you, it's not a double engine, it's a triple engine sarkar right now with a full mandate of the people. And we look forward to a solid growth being there. Mumbai, as we all know, has got a great amount of slums. And it's already in the BJP's mandate that, they want to see a slum-free Mumbai city. So any drive towards that will continue to kind of boost the options of Mumbai's growth. One very important factor, which the government should focus on this time, is to improve the, use of, or rather coming of more offices in Mumbai. Without the growth of commercial development, Mumbai will not be able to sustain the growth. Mumbai was and will continue to be the financial capital of the country. And we hope towards this, the government has an absolutely clear mandate to make that continually grow. Places like BKC, places like Sibri, places like Lower Parel, and many more, mid-city development should take place so that there is a lot more of commercial development. Sustainable, cheaper, and better commercial development with great infrastructure will drive the growth of Mumbai.
Boman, hi, great to have you on along with Gulam. And when in your previous answer, when you were saying that there should be a big boost to affordable housing, I almost stopped, breathing. I thought, where? In Mumbai, where is affordable housing? But then you said Maharashtra. So yes, for Maharashtra as a state, maybe affordable housing will get a boost. But, the jokes aside, to talk about the city of Mumbai, because the sentiment is so strong now with this election win, what should we expect on pricing? What has been the average appreciation so far this calendar year? And going forward, what do you think the city is in for?
So, Surabhi, two things I'd like to state out here. A, it is possible to provide affordable housing. It does not have to be purchased affordable housing. One can look at, and the earlier, 2 or 3, or rather I would say 2 or 3 terms before, the government had come up with a fantastic scheme of rental housing. And that can be given a big boost. Around the world, you see cities developing on the back of good housing created by the government and then run by private enterprise on a rental housing model. I think that is very, very possible for the city of Mumbai. Second, I'd like to state that overall, with the infrastructure growth, with connectivity happening to Bhandup, Dombivli, Virar, Vasai, and even the Navi Mumbai belt, it is possible to get cheaper lands and give incentives to the developers and give incentive to the buyers as well. Why can't we have a stamp duty, which is a 2% stamp duty across the board for all residential real estate purchases, especially if it's your first purchase, and then give a further incentive to the lady member of the house if she's purchasing, because that gives more strength to the lady of the house who's basically the homemaker. And lastly, I'd like to say that there are certain taxes that are hugely impeding the cost of a home in Mumbai. I'd like to quote, what we've already submitted to the government in the past. We are paying anywhere between 28 and 32% of the value of the home. I'm not speaking of the cost. In terms of cost, it's much higher. In terms of value of the home that a home buyer pays, anywhere up to 32% is going directly, indirectly into the coffers of the government. If we can talk of rationalizing these, we can talk of making a lot more affordable, homes a lot more affordable in Mumbai city.
Sure. I think those are some great ideas, and I'm sure a lot of this will be up for debate and discussion as the new dispensation gets underway. 30-second answer, Gulam, over to you. Now, from an investor standpoint, and I'm talking about a call that runs into the next calendar year in 2025, would Mumbai feature in, say, your top 2 or 3 destinations to invest in from a real estate standpoint? And if yes, would it be residential, commercial, mix? What about Maharashtra and Mumbai? How does it fare in the national pecking order from an investor's perspective?
Well, from an investor's perspective, I would rather keep residential real estate aside, because I think your question, which was not answered by Boman, was on price rise. And we believe that the price is already going up, especially in mid to upper end, beyond any reasonability. And hence, any investment perspective for residential real estate is definitely out of question. Commercial, of course, once again, while Mumbai has been showing good amount of new office buildings also coming up, Mumbai and Maharashtra would continue to be, and let's not forget Pune. Pune has always been on the commercial real estate map in a big way. So between Mumbai and Maharashtra, commercial real estate investment will continue to drive the investor sentiment, definitely not residential.
All right. The other thing, guys, is that we probably will also have BMC elections now.
Finally.
After 3-4 years, right?
Indeed.
And,
Rooting for
the big
Mumbai.
stuff is good, but,
Rooting for the roads.
maybe the roads.
Yeah, absolutely. Praying for it.
It's a bumpy ride out there, right? Right now, but maybe things will get better. Boman and Gulam, thank you very much if you're still there for joining us with all that perspective. Thank you indeed for taking us through that. Nigel.
All right.